All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is our second call. It's a Saturday night, and you're here. You're here, and you're showing up, and you're serving. And I cannot be more grateful that you guys decided to hang out with us. We've got a real simple message. We're going to show you how to make your first or your next $1,000 using social media, using a phone and Wi-Fi. It's really simple. It's a lot of fun, and we're just going to dive right into it. So, Lauren, you've got controls.
Yep, I got you.
I'm gonna hide back here. We're gonna get right into this. So 1,007 to 10 days. That is my goal for you. It is 1,000% doable. It's gonna take a little bit of work, but the work is really fun. It's 4 simple steps that absolutely anyone can follow. Literally, children could follow this if they were allowed to make income. They gotta be over 18, but if they could. Both men and women are absolutely welcome. This does take about 10 to 15 hours a week. We do it in 60 minutes a day. I guess that's not 10 to 15 hours. We should edit that slide because you can do it in 1 hour a day. And it's a lot of fun. Some of us, we like a little bit more money, so we might, work a full 10 to 15 hours. We're going to show you how to find your 10. We're going to show you how to make $1,000. We're going to show you 4 simple steps. And the cool thing is from there, you get to decide if you want to do it again or not. Did you like it? Did you have some fun? Did you make the $1,000? And let's do it again. So a small group of us are locking arms this week. We want to help 10 people make their first 1,000. We don't know how long it's going to take you, but we are here to show you that it is absolutely possible, and we are going to share with you exactly the system that's going to make a lot of sense for you. So quick disclaimer, this is not get rich quick. This is not you buy it and you push a button and money falls from the sky. I can assure you if that existed, I definitely would have found it. This does work. This does work, but it's not magic. The results that I've had and that others have had, they came from actually doing, we did some work. So no guarantees. We're just going to show you a simple system, and when you follow it, it'll create some pretty incredible results. If you show up and if you move, you're going to see some progress. But if you sit there and stay stuck, you're just not going to. So before we get into anything, I want you to understand something. This is not a training. This is not a Zoom presentation. I'm not going to show you all kinds of like really cool things and then make you spend $1,000 at the end of this. I'm not even going to make you spend $50 at the end of this. So put your wallet away. This is nothing to do with money and everything to do with you finding something that is super flexible that you can do around your own time where you don't have to consume a bunch of stuff. In fact, I've even created something that can get you started in the next 24 hours, and I'm going to share that with you at the end. So this is going to feel a little different because it's a little different. So when I was 17 years old, I worked at Applebee's, and my job was simple. I opened the front door, and I smiled, and I greeted people before they ever sat down. I was nice, I was friendly, and I was a lot of fun. And what I didn't realize at the time is that I wasn't just opening a door. I was actually setting the entire tone for their experience for the rest of the night in the restaurant. So we call this the customer experience. You can almost feel this picture. Her energy is inviting. She says, hey, I see you. I'm glad you're here. You matter and you're important before you ever spend $1. And that's her body language. So that carried into my career as a retail store manager. I've been in sales my whole life. I just took those skills and took them online. So I learned something that most people skip over, and I buy a lot of courses to see what people are teaching, and I can tell you that no one teaches you this. People don't buy links. Don't stay consistent and don't spam your links all over the place. They buy because of how they feel after they have interacted with you. So I want you to picture this for a second. Someone walks through the door. That's your post, your message, your profile. They're walking through to see you, not physically. It's a little bit of a virtual world online, but they're walking into your space, your message, your profile, or your DM. Those are yours. So when they walk through that door, how do they feel? Do they feel welcomed? Do they feel acknowledged? Do they feel like they matter? Or do they feel ignored? Do they feel rushed? Do they feel like they're just another follower? They're just a number. Because the sale actually starts at the first impression. So the experience starts with the invitation. It's the way that you open the conversation. It's the slight smile before words are ever spoken. It's eye contact in that camera. Are you looking in the camera? Do you make eye contact? Are you connecting not only with the other person, but do you connect with the message that you're conveying out into the world? Your body language, does it say you're welcome here? You're welcome here, friends. I know I'm looking at this screen, but you are welcome here too. So most people skip this. They go straight to the link. They go straight to the pitch. They go straight to the yucky Spamela Pamela flyers that are all over. Here's how you join. Join me, join me, join me. Here's why I love this. I'm so blessed. I'm so, and that does nothing to meet your customers' needs. And they don't ever join because the door was actually never opened. And then what happens is they say, man, this just isn't working. It's not working. It's not working. No, the door was never open. So the money's not actually made in the link. The money's made in the moment that someone feels seen and they feel safe to buy. They get me. They can help me. People will slide their credit card and thank you. That's the goal. So the question isn't, what are you selling? Not what I'm selling, not what you're selling, not what we're selling. That's not the question. The question is, what does it feel like when they walk into your world, when they walk into your store, when they walk into your profile, when they walk into into your DM? What is the feeling that they get? So there is no shortage of humans. We got a lot of them, and they are all over, and they're on their phones, and they're on their phones at work because they're bored at work, they're escaping work, they're bored at home, they're escaping home, and they're on TikTok, and they're on LinkedIn, and they're on Snap, and they're on all the places. Now, the two that I can speak to are Facebook and TikTok. I've been on Facebook since 2017. I've been on TikTok for the last 4 to 5 years. I understand the patterns, and I built a business over there. This is what the world is right now. If you know Gary Vee, go follow Gary Vee. He's literally turning social media into QVC, and people are online shopping, and they're going live for hours. You can do it, but you don't have to. Okay, been there, done that, could write the book. It's not necessary. I'm actually not going to tell you not to do it because it 1000% works. But if you have a busy life and you have a job and you have kids and you're like, no thanks, I don't want to be QVC, totally legit, don't be QVC. But I'm telling you right now, people are buying convenience and people are selling on social media because that is convenient and that is flexible. And some of us don't even grocery shop anymore. So this is what social media is now looking like. Now, you've got some stores that they ignore their customers, they ignore the comments, they ignore the followers. Matter of fact, they have 15,000 followers and they're complaining that it's not enough. They send them straight to a link and they make them feel like a number. Get in where you fit in. Other stores, they acknowledge them, they make them feel seen, they take the time to help, maybe get on the phone or do a Zoom call, connect with that person's needs and see how they can serve them. And guess which one makes money? So right now, people online are skipping the front door. They're dropping links, they're copying scripts. You're seeing it. They're trying to scale to $10,000 before they even know how to talk to people. And it feels off. We know it, the audience knows it, there's a disconnect. It feels kind of gross sometimes. This is not a funnel, it's not even a complicated system. These are steps I'm gonna give you to bridge the gap between your link, because you are a business operator and they are purchasing from you, but you need to connect to a real human's needs, and this is gonna bridge that gap for you, because that is what truly creates customers. So this is where everything becomes ridiculously super simple. In fact, what's hard is believing it can be that simple, because we do 4 things. We start conversations, we open the door, we initiate, we acknowledge the person, we make them feel seen, we make them feel special, heard, we guide them to the solution. We do not shove a link down someone's throat. Here's the solution. And we guide them to make a decision that's best for them, not our bank accounts. And then we support them after the purchase. The trust is not built before the purchase. The trust is built after the purchase. So I've been doing this online for 11 years on Facebook and TikTok. I've built right in front of my audience, my followers, my customers, 10,000 months, 16,000 months. I've even had a $64,000 month. Those were all different vehicles, but every single vehicle followed the same 60-minute structure. So before I was a retail store manager, literally trading my time for money, I can remember looking out the front windows like, man, what would it feel like if I had the sun on my face? Because I was inside with the illuminescent lights and miserable. And I just decided to take these skills online. And all I do is share my journey. I used to be a store manager, and now I don't even say how much I make a month anymore, because a lot of people, it's kind of gross. So you can see one video, people I paid my truck off early with videos. They're like, what? How'd you do that? They asked me how. And it starts a conversation. You can see these two videos on the bottom. This was actually last summer in a program that's no longer available. I was 7 days in. I shared my journey from day 1, and then I shared day 2, and then I shared day 3. So by the time I got to day 7, I had 20,000 followers and going crazy. And this one right here, that's $12,702 since June, all I do is put money behind. And it's literally June that this video was recorded, and I just have to run another ad, and it gives me new leads every single day. Because even though the program's not available, the same 60-minute applies. I just get on the phone and let them know that there's a different program I follow. So what's really cool is obviously the income's awesome. I'm a single mom. I support us, and some of you know my mom's in the hospital right now. And I'm allowed, I've given myself permission to build a business so that I can go to the hospital. And what's even more important is I can have conversations with my daughters about what they're seeing and what they're going through. And if I had a job right now, I don't know that I could be that present with them so that they fully understand and grasp what's happening. So then you have incredible humans like Amy, who's actually on the call right now, literally 5 leads from 1 post. She is one of the most, because we have amazing people on this call. She is open, she is teachable, and I tell her to do it, and she goes and does it. And then she reports back, and I give her the next step. $10,000 in 18 days, 18 days, right? Just a 4-figure day, posting your own story. This is about having honesty and integrity. Vondi here lives about 40 minutes from me. She comes to my house once a week. We're personal friends. She's a full-time driver of patients. There is no Wi-Fi. She cannot be on her phone, and she still manages to make a few $100 every month. This is a $300 day that we celebrated. My friend Nicole and her husband had a $1,000 day. My friend Jason might be on this call. He was on last night, a $3,000 week. He's a high school teacher and a basketball coach. The guy's a busy guy, and a husband and a father. He's busy, but he's able to do this around his flexible schedule, or this is flexible, his schedule not so much, right? Sherry made a post late while at the hospital. Cardiology appointment, made 2 sales. This literally is just a screenshot from 2 days ago showing you that we averaged, 3 to 4 sales per day following just a really simple system. So the really cool thing is we're already doing the work. Some of us get rewarded trips. We are incentivized. I don't know about you, but I'm incentivized by free vacations. And I got an opportunity to do the same amount of work and also earn a free vacation. Sorry about that, guys. If you like motorcycles, this can buy you a motorcycle. So I got to go to Punta Cana. That's my best friend and her husband there in the center. We had an incredible time right there with my feet up. That is literally my back patio. It was not a public pool. It was my pool. It was absolutely insane. And I did not spend a dime. This is Lauren up front, my business partner. You'll hear her story pretty soon at the end of this. This picture up at the top, that's my best friend, Shanessa. These are all friends. We're traveling at an event here together. We're sharing memories because we all have a common goal. We just don't want a job. We want something that's flexible. We want something that's fun. We want something that gives us more vacation time, more money, whatever we're doing. My friend Chris on the bottom there, she comes to Arizona about 4 times a year, and we have some fun. This is me sharing from a company that I used to be a part of, literally showing you what I'm showing you right now, how to make money using Facebook. It's really that simple. And then this is my friend Jody. He was uncomfortable with the amount of money that we were talking about. So I flew to LA to let him know I'm a real person, explained to him, broke it down for him, and he became a private client. So I think what people are really craving right now is they're actually craving to be seen. They want to be seen, they want to be helped, and they want to have something that feels really, really simple. I think a lot of us come from, maybe we bought a course, maybe we've had some type of home business in the past or some type of opportunity, and you were just like, where do I go? Who do I follow? Like, the information was not what we call duplicatable. Not everyone can follow it, which means not everyone makes money. This is extremely duplicatable. So I'm going to introduce my girl Lauren. Lauren met me just like you're meeting me now. She saw something. She came into our community. She was on fire, commenting, posting, attending all of the calls. I did an invitation to work with me on a little bit closer of a level. She was all in, and I'll have her share her story. But you can see she's had some success both on the income side. But dang, girl, that's a billboard. And matter of fact, tell them, Lauren. Let me stop sharing here so I can go ahead and, because this is a big deal, you guys. This is a really big deal. Go ahead, babe. It's all you.
Yeah, so welcome. Thank you all for being here. Like Jen said, I started working with her. I put up a Facebook post and someone commented and was like, I can totally help you do this better. And we got in the DMs and had a conversation. Same 4 steps brought me here, just like we're telling you to do. And I got in the community. I fell in love with what Jen was saying. It was so real, it was so honest, and it wasn't telling me I had to be like Miss Perky, like be who you're not, which was good because I am not. So I started working with her, like she said, on a private level, and went all in. And I learned as much as I could. And then I took everything I learned and built my own private brand. That's what you saw. I'm a best-selling author. I was featured in Times Square. Um, Tons of press, magazine articles and stuff. And I absolutely love my brand and love what I do. And Jen and I've stayed friends through the whole process. And I was like, girl, I literally have done nothing but what you taught me a couple of years ago. Like, that's what has built this entire brand. I've got 50,000 Facebook followers, and I just do the same 60 minutes a day. This is now my full-time job, supporting my brand. And I came to Jen, I was like, we need to get this out more. And so now we're business partners and we put together this simple 4 step system. That's the same 4 step system she's been teaching for 11 years. We just put it in a pretty package so that it works for anyone. And it really is amazing. And I dropped in the comments when Jen said step number 4, support someone after the purchase, even after they buy your free thing, come into the free community, that is so special because I've bought, $500 courses, I bought $1,000 courses where you're handed 30 modules and told to like, good luck. There may be a group call every now and then with 200 people on it, but the fact that for free right now, or $25, you get this personal support where someone is going to come alongside you and help support you. We have amazing people in the community that are in there every day answering questions and supporting each other. And they're all volunteers because they believe in the program and the program has given them results. And so these aren't people paid to sit in the communities like some of these bigger communities have paid people that go in. These are people who literally just answer questions and support everyone because they know it works and they love the system. So I do not think you could go wrong with especially a free system with personalized support. And then upgrading, which Jen will get into. But thank y'all for being here. I'm so excited. And this has just been so special to see so many people grab this and start winning immediately. So.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love that you're using the word special. Sometimes you can't put these things into words, but then someone else says it and you're like, yes, this is special. This is different. This is very different. And I can tell you, as someone who has paid for everything out there, let me go get inviting you back into my world here. Where did my, good thing we can clip this stuff out, huh? There we go. All right, so that was Lauren's story. So here's what we don't need. We don't need more people posting. Like, we definitely don't need more people posting weird flyers and spammy shit. That is actually what's making the industry of network marketing turn into affiliate marketing, is people are doing it so incorrectly. It's hurting the company as a whole. What we do need is more people who know how to open the front door and say, hey, here, welcome. I'm glad you're here. So we're going to talk about the 60-minute income system. This is a free system. It costs you nothing to learn how to do what I've done for 11 years. Some of you will do something with it, and some of you will take it and consume it and go, it's just another thing. It's not. This is not just another thing. I promise you that. This is a simple 4-step system that's going to turn conversations into customers. I'm going to give you the exact messages so you never have to guess what to say. And this works so well that I've actually got a girl in my DM that will screenshot me when she's stuck, and I will unstick her in real time. And she will continue to have the conversation with her person. This is a 60-minute daily plan built for real life. Truth, you can do this in 15 minutes a day. If you can discipline your focus and your monkey mind, you can do this in 15 minutes a day. How to start conversations without feeling awkward. How to guide people naturally. These are natural conversations that end in the result of a sale, but let's use a different word. It ends in the result of a transaction. They're transacting to you financially, and you are transacting to them that you're going to guide them to the next step. And here's the really cool thing. Actually, I thought about saying this as soon as I heard Lauren say it tonight. The person that brought Lauren into our community made money because she actually said, you need to meet my friend Jen, and used me to fulfill Lauren, but she made the sale on what she was selling and what she was offering, and it was a pretty big sale. So she leveraged the system. She actually wasn't the person that had all of the information and all the knowledge. She was like, hey, girl, I could show you how to do that better. Matter of fact, so can my friend Jen. They had a real human woman-to-woman conversation. Lauren purchased. She came into my community where I served Lauren. That's how this works. She leaned on me. So we're going to guide people naturally. Works with or without showing your face. That's really cool. I did this as a test myself. I am faceless on a TikTok account. No course. I just did it. I did it because I know how to connect with people without showing my face. And I'm going to show you how to do that too. This is built for beginners. I could teach my daughters how to do this. In fact, they have LLCs. So this is for anyone, literally, maybe past 5th grade. You got to have like you got to read. You got to read and be a good person. So what's the activator? The activator is the system in motion. The activator is like the key that turns it on. These are daily directions. You're not just buying a book and you're like, yeah, that sounds great, right? How many of us have bought some shelf help information? It's sitting on the shelf. You're like, that's cool. That's great. And someday, one day, right? This is daily direction in real time, so you know what to do next. This is real-time support while you're taking the action so that you're not feeling like you're being ignored or like you're left on an island. You don't have to raise your hand for this, but how many of us have signed up for something? I literally did last summer. In fact, that $16,000 program was because I wanted the attention of the owner and she shut it down. I was on alone in an island. It sucks to feel that way. So real-time support, simple steps. By the way, don't worry about if Jen's going anywhere. Some of the people that are on this call have known me for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. I have followed the same 60-minute system. I'm not going anywhere. I love what I do. So a space where people are moving. They're not just watching, but they're moving in real time. And then momentum, consistency, and actual customer creation. So the 60-minute system shows you what to do, and the activator is where you actually do it. You're going to do it. This is where the system does the moving. You do part of it, but you rely heavily on the system. The 60-minute income system, that sells itself. You're going to take it to the people with your phone, with Wi-Fi. You're going to clock 60 minutes a day. You're going to take what we give you, and you're going to take it out into the world. It's just like if I printed you a flyer, and I said, hey, Go take these 1,000 flyers. By the way, marketers are still doing this to this day. I get them on my door for landscape businesses all the time. And if they get this flyer with this code on the bottom, then that person gets the commission for that flyer. This is no different. I'm going to give you everything you need, but you do have to do it. So let's do some simple math. If you make one sale, you make $22.50. Cool, that's awesome. But what if you're making $100 a day? If you did one sale a day, you're at $675 a month. If you're at 2 sales a day, you're at 1,350 a month. Now, this is a monthly membership for a reason. We're a community. We plan on growing this to trips. We plan on growing this to retreats. Matter of fact, I got a best friend, and that's her whole dream is to have a winery and a retreat. You think we're not going to go visit that winery and that retreat because we work together to help your dreams come true. But it's not complicated. It's really, really simple. So let me show you how simple this actually is. You do not need hundreds of people. You don't need millions of followers. You don't need to go viral, and you don't need a huge audience. If you brought in 2 to 3 people a week and they follow the same simple system that you're gonna follow, which is starting with this call right here, not from one big grand moment, right? We're literally calling this a show and tell because some of us, we don't wanna jump on a Zoom presentation. We don't wanna see it. Our minds are closed and off. We're like, nope, but a show and tell. Wait, what's that? It's a little different. It's a different word, same thing. So this isn't from one big grand moment. This is just us sharing what has been working for a really long time for a lot of people. And yes, it's $25 a month, not because it's complicated. It's because when people put something on the line, they will move. They will show up and do something with it. Now, this is also not meant to be a long-term commitment. This is meant for you to get in, for you to get moving, for you to get your first result, and ideally to get another system. Let's say hypothetically you're in network marketing right now and your network marketing opportunity doesn't have a duplicatable system, which is normal. I've been in a lot of them. It's why I created this. If you put this in front of that company, number one, you're in control of your income and not the company. If the company shuts down or the ingredients change or we go through some weird funky flu, like your income doesn't change because I don't care what economy you're in, people can afford $25. Every person can afford $25 a month. Now you have a second income on the back. What you're doing is you're removing the tire kickers, the people who want everything for free and do nothing with it. They stay curious for 10 years. They stay interested for life. They stay stuck. You want to remove that immediately. This is $25. If they can't afford it, it's not for them. That's okay. You just take it off the table and you move on. But this is for you to grow your opportunity, your business. You can create a brand behind it the way Lauren has done, or you can just add this as a second egg in your basket. I'm always going to encourage you to have as many eggs as you can, because once you can create a customer, you can create customers forever. This is when you start introducing AI tools or Facebook software or different things that you're using. Not because you're going to build it as its own business, but because it's a tool. Like Lauren and I are using a tool right now. It's pretty pricey. Beginners probably aren't going to start with this. But once I get someone to making $500-600 a month, I'm going to be like, you need the tool, because the tool is going to remove the manual labor work that you're doing. So you're actually going to make $1,000 after you buy this tool rather than before. Once you can create a customer online, you can sell any offer. And I can speak to selling a $20,000 offer from Facebook because that's how I got started. So that's my disclaimer. Actually, that's not true. I have flipped foreclosures on Facebook. So I'm going to go ahead and be that bold. You can create a 6-figure, literally in a day business, because you're putting yourself out there. And what you're really doing is putting stories out there for someone else to go, I need that service. MLM, network marketing, affiliate marketing, digital products, direct sales, product-based, high ticket, low ticket, it doesn't matter. Even if I was a realtor, even if I was a salon owner, even if I was a restaurant owner, the same rule applies. I'm taking the 60 minutes and I'm opening the door to my business. Your income no longer tied to one company. Now, I put these here not as a flex, but to show you, I started in 2017, I got a $20,000 month because I started in high ticket. I can teach you how to sell. I can show you how to sell $25 in your sleep because I started with something that was so ridiculously high priced at the time. I'm a best-selling author. That's me in a book right there. I've got awards from different companies. I've hit the tiers, the high tiers in different companies that I've been in because I follow the same 60-minute system. I've always sold systems and flexibility, time and money. You won't ever see me slinging product from the front of the room. I'm not a lotions and potions girl. I want time and money and flexibility. That's really what I've sold for 11 years. Systems are important. The most important thing about a system is that someone can come in and do it from day one. And most people will stop there. They'll watch it and they'll understand it and they'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. And then they'll go back to overthinking. So let me just show you proof. This is just Facebook. This is just me telling a story. This is just me and my kids, normal everyday mom stuff. But you can see 310 comments, 70 comments. I'm not paying for ads on these, by the way. I've never spent money on my Facebook account. TikTok I do. But what do I post? I've answered 2 questions for 11 years. What do I post and what do I say? We took that off the table for you. We are going to work with you on a personal level because your story is unique, and your story is what makes you unique, and your story is what you buy, what they buy. So what are you going through that you're not actually admitting? What are you figuring out? What's working for you, and definitely what's not working for you? And what are you deciding? Because if you want people to follow you, they got to know where you're going so that they know if they can get on the bus. So if they don't ever know where you're going, they don't have an incentive to follow you. They don't have any idea why they're following you. They're following, they like what you say, but what you want to do is you want decisive buyers following you, and decisive buyers will follow a decisive poster. You are a decisive storyteller. You know what story you're telling. So let's make this really real for you. If you have 10 conversations, you're going to help 2 to 3 people. It's 50, 75 bucks a day. We're rounding numbers here, by the way, right? You're going to guide them from the same system. You don't know everything. I don't know. That's a great question. Let's ask inside the community. I've got a community of people who have been in there for years. They know 99% of all of my answers. And if they're not sure, they'll tag me. They'll tag Lauren. They'll tag somebody. I have literally, yesterday was our first video, and this morning I woke up and I'm like, wow, everybody is in there supporting and posting and answering questions. And it's like, this feels really, really good. This feels really, really different. You're going to guide them through the same system. This is how you make your first 1K, by making their first 1K a priority to you. It's kind of crazy. Matter of fact, if you make a lot of people a priority for them to make 1K, that's where you start making 3 and 4K. You make them a priority. So it's not from someday. It's not from you figuring it out. It quite literally for some of you will be this week. So we're looking to lock arms with 10 people, not 100, and not everyone. 10 people who are done overthinking and they're actually ready to move and make decisions on a $25 offer. The system is free right now. If you don't have the system and you're like, what are you talking about? Don't even worry about it. It's fine because you haven't needed it up until now. The person that invited you into this call has the system, and they have a link for you to get it at no charge. You're just going to type free in the promo code. That is the system. I want to encourage you not to just read it, but go ahead and get the activator. It's $25. And listen, if you want a refund, I will refund you. I don't care. Clearly, this is not about money, okay? Like, this is 25 bucks. This is about belief. I can show you how to turn 25 into 1,000, and you won't want to leave. And that's what's really, really cool, because that's what matters. It's not so much your first 1K. It's when you get the opportunity to watch other people paying off their debt, buying their house, buying their car, quitting their job, and you got to be a part of that story. That's impact, and that is way, way better than a paycheck, I promise. So the question is, do you want your first 1K or not? And if you don't take anything else away from this, your job is not to post, for the love of God. Your job is to create a customer experience for one viewer. Let that one viewer show up and make that $1,000. So that's it for tonight. I do have some Q&A.